What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Brian and you're watching Flake Garage, and today we have another kind of garage build update video, mainly because if you read the title, we are gonna have a QuickJack setup. I've been looking forward to setting this thing up. I saved a bunch of money for it and now we finally have it here and it's ready to be put up. I just had to get all this other stuff done before I could do it. And then another reason why we haven't had a lot of Mazda videos or mini truck videos is because they actually been down. Brian's hard body's been down for a while. My Mazda has been down. My white one has been down especially. And then my red one just went down about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. Basically, I was driving it around with my wife and it started smoking on our way home. The smoke was coming from the passenger side, from the front passenger side. So it's gotta be something, either the tire's rubbing, maybe a wheel bearing or something is messed up in there. We're not sure what it is, so I need to lift it, get that wheel off, and then take a look and see what's going on. So what better time to set up my QuickJack now that I actually need to raise the truck than now. So we're gonna have that today. We're gonna take it out of the box, see how it looks. If you guys are thinking about buying this, I never had any experience with them personally, so this is gonna be the first time I'm setting it up and using it. But I had a buddy of mine tell me that he had this and he loves it. I mean, it's been working great for him, so we're hoping it's gonna be the same for us. We're also gonna put up a small kind of mesh screen just to keep, hopefully, distractions out of the garage. It's a little distracting sometimes between cars passing by. You probably heard that lawnmower right now stopping, so we're gonna put that on. So in case we do need to have the garage door open, not getting too distracted with that. Without further ado, let's jump right into this QuickJack. All right guys, and for the garage door screen, I went with the white. Most of the ones I've seen online are black, but it's not gonna match my garage. And I don't want my HOA to give me any trouble because I have this up, but we went with this white one. Brand is Max, so I'll link you guys on the bottom if you guys wanna pick one up. But yeah, let's get it out of the packaging and start setting it up. Let's do it. So we have set up now all the Velcro with sticky tape on it. It's all across the top and then down on the side and then down on this side as well. So now we are ready to basically start mounting this where it goes and hopefully be able to hold it and stay in place. The top part of it seems to be pretty good. The sides I have a little bit of a concern with because it seems like it didn't stick as well as the top did. But yeah, let me back up here a little bit so I can show you guys. So if you're just outside of the garage, you pretty much can see everything in there. It's super bright right now. It's around noon time, so it's gonna be kind of hard. It's gonna look dark, but you can basically see everything inside of the garage. So hopefully once we put this up, it will give us just a little bit extra of privacy and then keep a little bit of those distractions away. Let's put it up. Check it out guys, so now that the garage door is closed, I mean, you can't really tell that the screen is on, which is exactly what I was going for. You can kind of see right here, there's a seam obviously, and then there's another tiny seam right on the edge over there. But if you just quick glance it, it just looks white with the screen, which is exactly what I was going for. So now let's open the garage door and we can start seeing how it looks with the screen on. Hopefully it gets it right before my camera does, but as you can see, the garage is open and you can see just kind of what's on the front, but not really what's on the back. And that's exactly what I was going for. It's just gonna give us a little more privacy. I'm sure the black screen might have been a little bit better for this, but again, I don't want my HOA to give me issues, so this is gonna work out perfect for us. So we got our screen here and we got the easy part of the video done basically, and now we are ready to go right into the meat and bones of this video, which is the QuickJack. I've been seeing these things for a while. Like I said, a coworker of mine has one. He loves it. He said it's been one of the best tools he's gotten. So with that in mind, and obviously with the amount of work we do here, sometimes lifting the car, taking tires off and everything, it just seemed like the right move for me to get. I'm not able to get like a 2-post lift or a 4-post. Obviously here in my garage, it's just such a small space. We're not gonna be able to do that. So this is the best option for me. This is the 5000 TL model. It should be able to hold about 5,000 pounds. So it should be able to lift our Mazda trucks and hard bodies or anything fairly easy, but it can also lift my Tacoma as far as I know. So that was an important thing for me because I want to be able to lift both trucks. So I can do, you know, stuff like tire rotations, oil changes and whatnot a lot easier than me having to get the jack out, lift it, put jack stands underneath and all that stuff. So again, pretty excited to have this out here. So as you can see, I haven't even taken it out of the box. It's just basically how it got dropped off at my house. This is how it is right now. So So here we have everything out of the packaging. We have our 2 actual QuickJacks or jacks, whatever you want to call them. So this is what actually raises the truck and lowers it. Then we have our motor here that's going to be pumping the fluid into the QuickJack. We have a set of plugs and connectors and whatnot. Here also we have some thread sealing, I believe, some blocks to kind of help raise the truck a little bit higher. 2 set of hoses that are a little bit shorter and then 2 longer hoses over there. And that's pretty much it. This comes with also your connector. This plugs into your wall outlet. There's no need for a conversion or like 220 or anything like that. This goes straight into your regular outlet on the wall. And then you have your remote there to lower and raise the truck. So pretty simple. This was a lot less parts than I was expecting, quite honestly. But that's great because that means there's going to be hopefully less things that mess up. So I'm going to start reading the instructions right now just to make sure I'm get a good grasp of everything that we need to do, and then we're going to start plugging stuff in. So almost like always, I started doing this project and then I realized I actually needed some parts, mainly some automatic transmission fluid or hydraulic fluid. I went with just the ATF multi-purpose. So since I was missing that, I couldn't start on this. So it is now actually another day after I grabbed this stuff and everything. So now we are ready to start actually putting everything together. Guys, it's hot. Anyways, we have everything pretty much ready now to start bleeding the system. I had to do a lot of stop and going because I obviously never done this before, so I had to look at QuickJack's video on how to set it up. But honestly, all in all, it's fairly easy, fairly quick to do it. So let me show you here real quick. We have our 2 lifts. They are kind of propped up right now because we have some blocks underneath it. This is going to be for the bleeding procedure. We want to make sure all the air is out of there. We don't have any air in the lines, so we got to bleed it, but everything else hooked up. We have our hoses, quick disconnects, our power unit over here, and then everything's pretty much ready to go. The kit did come with some liquid thread sealant, so I didn't have to use this. That one I already had it here, but you will need some automatic fluid or hydraulic fluid if you're gonna do this, if you have it. Again, check out the video from QuickJack. They did a great video on how to set it up, so I'll link you guys on the bottom if you want to see it. But now we are ready to bleed the system, so let's go ahead and bleed it and get this working in good order. All right, so it's been actually quite some time since I kind of bleed the system and put it to the side. So now it's actually going to be the first time I try to lift the truck with the QuickJack. So let's hope this goes well. They recommend you have 6 feet of space around the car to do this. As you can tell, I don't have that kind of space here. So we are hoping, fingers crossed, that nothing bad happens and we can just lift the truck the way it is and we don't have to worry about it. So let's try it. got underneath there, but honestly it just barely fit. You need to have this kind of rubber blocks in here that kind of, that's what holds your frame to the QuickJack. You need to make sure they're nice and secure. They're not like on a weird angle or something like that, or like a thing going up. But this, I kind of had to kick it in place, kind of had to force it in there. My truck is so low. This is one of the things that people don't tell you when you go super low. Small things like lifting the car or doing all their maintenance stuff become a hassle just because there's no space for you to get underneath it. It looks cool, don't get me wrong, I love how it looks, but as you start getting older, this becomes a pain in the ass. I think that's why a lot of people just decide to bag it, because it's so much easier to work on a car that you can lift up already as it is. But here is the back. As you can see, the frame's starting to go up here. We don't have a lot of space honestly to work with. Like the other end is here. Technically I could push that a little bit forward and it'll be better, but I don't want to go too forward just because the space in the garage, I don't want to like have to move all the stuff and be out there. So I think this is gonna work. Like I said, this is in the flat part before it starts kind of curving up, so it should be fine. And now we got to do the other side, make sure they're both kind of straight, and then we're gonna start testing lifting the truck. So hopefully it all goes well and we don't have any issues. But yeah, I'm excited to test it out. And then finally we can start seeing what's going on with that wheel on the front, because it's giving me issues, some smoking and stuff before, and it's been so long that I messed with the trucks that is I really need to. So let's do it. All right, so exactly what I was afraid of just happened. Because my floor is not necessarily straight even, like it's not, there's some spots that seem to be a little bit higher than others and everything. After putting the one side that barely fit in place, the right side, the left side I guess, doesn't fit underneath it, and that's because the floor and everything, like I said, it's just being a little bit off-sided. So I'll have to do what exactly I didn't want to do, which is probably get the jack and lift up one side a little bit just so I can get the QuickJack underneath there. Again, this is a problem if you're as low as me. If you are not low, or maybe like a 2-3 drop, you shouldn't have this issue at all. And it's really unfortunate that I'm having it with this truck. It's exactly about this for this truck. So I've been considering lifting it a little bit, just maybe an inch, just to get a better quality ride and also not have to deal with this issue. So I might have to do that in the future, but for now we're gonna have to just put the QuickJack in there, and like I said, I have to get a jack and just lift the side just a little bit to get it underneath the truck. So let's do that. Okay, so I didn't fill that part because I mean why, but basically we just put the jack on the front of the truck, lifted it just a little bit. Luckily it wasn't much that we needed. And then now if we go down here, let me get down here. Now we have the blocks where they need to go. Like I said, this was just a little bit too low, and mainly because my floor the way it is. And then you can see right down the front also it's in place. So now I'm hoping to have everything straight. We have our lines right here to the side. So we're gonna get the motor and plug it in, open the garage door because, you know, be safe, and start lifting up the truck. So hopefully with that, we are gonna be up and running. Oh man, it is hot today, guys. So still haven't gotten a freaking mini split. It's been a whole ordeal with that. But anyways, let's get this truck up in the air. All right, we got everything ready. So let's plug the pump in, do the quick connects on there, and raise the truck, and let's hope everything goes well. So let's do it. Okay, everything's hooked up. We have our remote here. Our pump is plugged in. All the lines are hooked up. I'm a little scared, not gonna lie, because obviously this is the truck I like the most, and I just don't have space right now to bring the white one in here and test it on that one, which I really should. That's the one I should test it on, but we're gonna try it and go from there. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it up and down a couple times just to make sure everything's going good and go from there, but everything seems to be good working so far. Let me make sure this other side is also hooked up fully. They're supposed to be fully hooked up. Yeah, this is supposed to be loose, so this might still need to go up a little bit more. There it is. Okay. Now, I think we're good. Double check. That's loose. That is loose as well. We got it. It has been 2 weeks and the truck has been right here, up in the air, without any issues. If you were wondering if you can just leave this floating, store the car up in there, as long as you have everything hooked up the right way, which means having these bars be exactly where they need to be, having this be loose, that it's not resting on that, there's absolutely no issue of why you couldn't just leave your car up in the air. And the truck's been sitting here. I haven't had time to actually work on it too much. It's just been super busy, but yeah, I am super happy with the purchase because, again, no problems storing it and everything. My tire has been off on there. I started trying to do that video and working on that a little bit, but I haven't gotten too in depth in there. So hopefully this weekend I will be doing that. But yeah, no problems whatsoever. I have my cables here, but you can literally unplug this and store it away if you're going to keep your car up in the air for long term. There's been no issues, no creaking, no swaying. Everything's been super solid in here. So super happy with how it all turned out. If you're thinking about buying this and you're considering it, I am pretty happy with it so far. I'm glad I purchased it. It is a little pricey. I know they've gone up, I think, since the last time I bought it. So definitely an investment that you should do if you are working on your cars consistently. I think it's worth it. It's definitely not cheap, but I think it's worth it for sure. So again, super happy with it. Hopefully this video helped you if you're thinking about doing this. If not, thank you so much for watching either way. We're hope to have some more content on this. Like I said, it's up in the air now I can get to it. So we're hoping to have some content on this pretty soon. And again, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for following, liking the video, subscribing and everything, guys. We really appreciate it. I wouldn't be able to do this without you guys' support. So thank you so much for that. And hopefully we'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.